Have you ever wondered what happens when the most powerful person in the world becomes the biggest mystery? A person surrounded by cameras, security, and millions of eyes. Yet somehow, the truth disappears. This is the story of the file that was never supposed to exist. The file that people started calling the President X mystery. In every generation, there are moments that change history. A single decision, a single speech, a single night that divides the world into two timelines, the timeline before and the timeline after. But what if one night was planned years before it happened? Imagine this: a famous leader, a controversial figure, a man loved by millions and hated by millions. His name appears everywhere. Every newspaper, every screen, every conversation. Then, suddenly, a strange chain of events begins. Anonymous messages, missing information, people who knew too much, disappearing from the spotlight. And one question remains: who controls the story when everyone is watching? Throughout history, powerful people have always been surrounded by secrets, from hidden government programs to classified documents, to decisions made behind closed doors. And sometimes, the biggest mystery isn't what happened. It's what we were never allowed to see. The internet created thousands of theories. Some believe it was politics. Others believe it was something much bigger, a game of power, a battle between invisible players. But maybe the real mystery is not the person. Maybe the real mystery is the system around them. Because history has one rule: the truth always leaves a trace, a forgotten document, a hidden recording, a small detail that everyone ignored. And maybe one day, someone will open the file, the final file, the file nobody wanted you to find. This is Mr. Z, and welcome to Fillets. December 14th, a night that millions of people watched. A night where 1 second could have changed history forever. A famous leader, a powerful name, a man who changed the political world, Donald Trump. But behind every headline, there is another story, a story of questions, a story of shadows. For years, Trump has been one of the most discussed figures on earth. Some see him as a hero, others see him as a threat. But when a person becomes this powerful, something strange happens. Every move becomes a message. Every meeting becomes a mystery. Every silence becomes a question. The world witnessed a moment that created fear, confusion, and thousands of theories. A security failure? A political game? Or just chaos? Nobody could agree. Because when millions of people see the same event, they don't always see the same truth. Throughout history, presidents and leaders have always lived surrounded by secrets. Private rooms, classified files, hidden conversations. The public sees the speech, but rarely sees what happened before the cameras turned on. After every major event, one question always appears: who benefits? Who loses? And who was already prepared? Because power is not only about the person standing in front of the world. Sometimes, the real power is behind the curtain. The internet exploded with theories. Some people believe there was a bigger plan. Others believe the truth was much simpler. But the most interesting mysteries are not always the ones with answers. They are the ones that make people ask, what if? Maybe one day, a forgotten document will appear, a hidden recording, a missing piece of the puzzle. And when that happens, the world may finally understand the full story. Until then, the file remains open.